Hey everyone, Richie Barshay here with a masterclass for you in your goodie bag at the Litchfield Jazz Camp. First off, I want to say hello from my drum studio. I wish I could be closer to all of you and that we could be together, and just want to send my best out to everyone. I know this time is difficult, very challenging, and a lot of stuff is going on, so glad we're all here together in a musical setting to try to lift ourselves up. Today I'm going to present a masterclass of sorts. I'm the only one talking, so if anyone has questions at any point and wants to communicate with me, there's a Google Classroom that the camp has set up. Please send some questions directed directly to me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this masterclass. First off, I am not a sportscaster as a side job. This is a headset that is quite a bit larger and clunkier than I really needed, but it's doing the job. So thanks for bearing with me with this piece of gear. Hope you can hear my voice well while I'm playing. That's the point. So let's get started. This is going to be about a 10 or 15 minute class. Hope you can stay and hope you stay engaged for the whole thing. This is a class for drummers, but also for all instrumentalists and everyone who wants to take a good look at how they use their body as their primary instrument to get ready to play music. So today I want to focus on that. On your primary instrument. So we'll have another masterclass tomorrow that's going to be more focused on phrasing, ride cymbal technique, things like that. But let's get going. So the theme for today is you as your instrument. You are your primary instrument. So everything that you go to create on your instrument comes from you, and how you use your body and think about your support and your balance is going to be incredibly key to growing as a musician. And I've found this over the years to be crucial. So let's start with what we're doing. So it would be great if you could be sitting at your drum set or in a chair. So give yourself a minute to do that. A chair is going to be fine for now if you don't have a drum set. So let's start with the elephant in the room. We are sitting, right? We are sitting at the drum. So how do you sit? Ask yourself that question every time you get ready to play. How are you sitting? So I'd like to first draw your attention to your sit bones, which are two bones that balance at the bottom of your pelvis. And it's possible that we're getting a dinging sound. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Notifications off. Alright, keeping going. So two sit bones. See if you can find your weight on the sit bones. And see if you can notice if you're balanced evenly on both. So from left to right, are you evenly balanced on both sit bones? If you're having trouble finding the sit bones, I always recommend taking your hands and sitting on your hands and see just with the pads of your fingers if you can feel sort of a rocking chair bone down there, and you can go left and right and see if you're sitting on them evenly. So this is kind of key to sitting well. And then at the other end of your torso is your head, right? So we're going to do a little bit of mapping to see if we can investigate how you can sit well, okay? So just place a hand right on the top of your head, right? So touching the very top. This is off screen for me, but I'm touching the top of my head, right? Nice. And notice how your head and your sit bones are relating to each other, and can you notice the space between them? Can you notice that your head is the heaviest part of and highest part of your body, and if you were to take your head forward, you go off balance, right? Takes a little more effort. Behind, same thing. Left, leads you to potentially want to fall over, and the other side. Nice. So find yourself a balanced, poised place where the top of your head is balanced over your sit bones evenly. Nice. And then we're going to map in some other parts of the body that are good places to check in with. Make sure that they're relaxed and not holding any extra tension before you go to play. So we're going to find your hands just on the tips of your ears, and then go just below that to the bottom of your skull. It's called the mastoid process. It's a bone at the bottom of your skull, part of your skull, just behind your earlobe, and place both fingers right there. Nice. And notice that distance from your head to your sit bones. Trace down to your collarbones here. And then we're going to try a little mapping activity. So touch your shoulders. Relax those. Touch your elbows. Notice those. Relax those. Touch both wrists with your fingers, right? So you can try both sides. Again, just creating an awareness of your structure that's playing the music. And then the last part is find your 10 fingertips together. And we did this last year in one of the master classes with the drummers, you might remember. Nice. So 10 fingertips together. And then just take a moment to retrace your thoughts of all the parts of your structure that you've just mapped in, right? Head, neck, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers. Good. And then take your fingertips an inch apart. Notice how there's a change, an inch or two. And then the moment you come back together, notice if you feel a change through your body, right? So what this is, it's creating a loop. And I like to remember that the loop goes along the inside of my arms, across my chest, giving me a sense of fluidity and also connection. And that loop also traces around the back of the arm and the shoulder blades going around. So start to move your loop around, kind of like a rubber band, easily. Remember, your elbows are easy and folding, your shoulders are moving in the socket, and your wrists are easy, your fingertips are easy. Nice. Good. Come back to center. Notice your loop again. And now start to move your hands around separately, but recognizing the loop, right? So you still have a sense of connection from one arm to the other and across the loop, no matter where you go. Up above your head, right? Crossing the midline, and then come to bring your fingertips here to your drum or a table in front of you, whatever you have. Again, sense the loop, right? Ease across all the joints. Nice. Find your drumsticks. Oh. Boy. Might have to do this again. Okay, we're still here. I just had a screensaver moment. So, find your drumsticks here, okay? Same thing, moving around with the loop. Sensing the ease in all those joints that we traced at the beginning. Good. Now make contact with the tips of your sticks somewhere. I'm going to go snare and rack tom. Notice that loop. Notice your sit bones. Trace your whole body. Great. Okay. So that's something you can do as a warm-up every time you play, a practice session as well. Let's see. We mapped everything. We got to the sticks. Another important factor as you're sitting is that your legs are still a part of your body. So many players, I find, we sit down on the chair and we think, okay, now I basically just exist from the waist up, right? This is the only part of my body. It's obvious for drummers that we use our legs, though, right? So, in terms of mapping in your legs, I like to remind myself that my legs are in front of my back, and my back is behind my legs. Obvious, right? But just giving yourself a moment to sense that that thought and your awareness and see what changes in your body, right? And then going to play with the pedals, I like to think of, instead of lifting my leg up and getting all that energy that's used there, I just like to think of my sit bones staying down on the chair and the back behind of my knee, back here, the soft part of your knee, think of that going away, and then it just comes up naturally, right? So as my knee comes up, I think down with the sit bones, and I get a better sense of balance. Very important to stay poised and balanced when you play, because that actually helps your improvisation, helps your listening. This is crucial, right? Good, okay. So, we talked about the hands and the arms. We talked about the feet. The one thing we didn't talk about is that when I go to take the sticks, I usually just think of my 10-finger loop, and I let my fingertips, as if they were a mind of their own, I let them go to the sticks and scoop around the sticks to find my grip, right? And what this does is it promotes nice ease in the hand, length through the palm, and it keeps me from squeezing and clenching my thumb and squeezing the stick, right? So the stick needs to be squeezed a certain amount, but I like to think of it as surrounding it so that it's part of your whole arm. Yeah. Really nice. Okay, so here's our activity, our pattern for this class. It's something that I like to do because it connects with how your loop is sort of part of you, how both arms are connected. So, we're going to just play with the right hand, snare, floor, and ride. Nice. Keep sensing your elbow in your awareness. And sense the other hand that's not playing. Right? So you have that loop the whole time. Really nice. Now with the left hand, hi-hat, crash, and let's say rack tom. Easy elbow. Nice. And then we combine both. Keep breathing. Notice your shoulders and your elbows. Nice. You can also turn that into a different pattern if you want to bring the left hand to the snare, the right hand to the rack tom. Sound kind of like this. Oh. Screensaver again. My apologies. Right? Nice. So that's a nice way to sort of practice something that's kind of outside the realm of something you'd play on a tune. You might. But the primary focus there is the ease of the arms and the movement, and trying to maintain your breath and your balance head over your sit bones. Okay? Nice. And then the bonus round that I want to share with you guys today is a way to think about feet playing in a body-centered way. So there's this concept called cross-lateral, where you cross the midline of the body. So right hand to left foot is a cross-lateral concept, left hand to right foot. So let's get in tune with that just by literally raising your right hand and playing your hi-hat. and then raising your left hand, playing your kick. So notice that diagonal in your body and the space between being easy and having some movement through it, right? You might not see the movement, but there's a sense of fluidity, connection, that way. Nice. Now let's go and let's play right hand to left foot. And left hand to right foot. Sense that diagonal going through your whole body, right? All the way through this way. How do you feel when you switch sides? Right? Stay balanced. Nice. And one other thing I like to practice to warm up my loop is just to go around the kit melodically. So we'll do a sticking so right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Hand in hand the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You can go anywhere. So yes, any questions? Shoot me a note in the Google Classroom. But again, hope that's helpful. Just the concept of being with your own loop and kind of noticing what's obvious to you, that the drums are a physical instrument, and that we have to pay attention to how we use our body, because that's going to help our time. I've noticed a huge change when I listen to recordings of myself when I first started paying attention to this stuff, how my time and feel was improving just simply because I was playing the bass drum better, for example. My body was getting less pulled off center, staying balanced. And yeah, I hope it's helpful to everyone. And take care, enjoy, practice, and hope you're enjoying the camp.